Hello, hello, good people. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Make America Think Again with Shauna Vaughn. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Housekeeping notes first, please subscribe to the page. Please like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the page. Down below, you have the correct spelling of my name there. You have my IG information. I would encourage you throughout the week to pop onto my IG page. Just need a little pop of news here and there. And you don't want to sit and watch a whole, news program, news segment, etc. Trust me, I posted it on my page if it's relevant. And then also you have my Cash App there, $1111 Oracle, because I be knowing. And if you want to bless a sister, then bless a sister. It'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, so let's start with some miscellaneous topics. Some things that happened over this week that you should probably know about. Oh, before I get started, happy Juneteenth weekend to every one of you. I hope you are enjoying family and friends this weekend and celebrating just a little bit, taking a break from the negativity. We have to do that. It is good for our mental and our physical health to just take a break from the negativity. All right, so miscellaneous topics. First of all, on my list, Jay-Z. Jay-Z, one of, in my opinion, one of the most prolific rappers of our time, one of my all-time favorite artists and rappers. I don't agree with, I'm going to say a lot of his personal choices. I know he's in the Epstein files. Let me just go ahead and say that. He's in the Epstein files. His name is there. Allegations are there, etc. What he did this week was to go to Target and do a deal with Target in regards to releasing or re-releasing a commemorative album. Okay, and giving Target the exclusive, meaning that you can't go anywhere else to get this album, this vinyl, this record, other than Target. In the face of African American, Black people boycotting Target. Like, I haven't been in a Target, I know, for at least 2 years. So this is the same, it just harkens back to Kaepernick. So, we were all supporting Colin Kaepernick and we were all boycotting football. And then here they bring in Jay-Z. I'm going to fix up the halftime. And, it's time for all the boycotting and the marching, et cetera, to stop. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to make some changes. So go with me on this. And literally all we got was a different halftime show. That's it. That's all Black people got out of that in regards to Jay-Z doing a deal with the NFL. And now, it's like another slap in our face because people have been working very hard and diligently in regards to boycotting corporations that aren't necessarily, that would be going against our own interests to support them. Like we're literally supporting our own demise with some of these companies. And now you have Jay-Z doing this. So highly disappointing for me, specifically because I really love him as an artist. So that's one thing. The Iran deal. The Iran deal is off again as of today. And what happened today is it was on yesterday, but it's back on again today, back off again today because Bibi and Israel refused to stop bombing Lebanon. And so Iran has said, okay, the strait is closed again and we're done. No more deal. And out of this deal, let me tell you this, out of this deal, we have America. We have already footed a $75 billion bill. We've paid on this war. What has been spent on this war of choice has been $75 billion thus far. And in the deal that the felon negotiated, we were going to have to turn around and give Iran $300 billion for reconstruction. So let me recap that for you. A war of choice that the felon and his cronies and his people and Keg's breath got us into because there was no approval from Congress. Matter of fact, we still don't know how the fuck we got here. He got us into this war, has spent $75 billion. And then when he gets bored with it, when he wants to move on, when it's making him look bad, he says, oh, it's over. It's over. And what we're going to do is, we're going to pay them $300 billion to help them rebuild. I just want to note that Black people can't get money for shit. Black people right here in America can't get money for shit, but they have money, 300 billion to send to Iran, and they have reparations for people who scaled the walls of the Capitol and smeared shit everywhere. But Black people can't get a dime. I just want to point that out. This is the weakest, most incompetent, the stupidest administration or regime that has ever, I would venture to say, existed. Not just in America, but existed, period. And today, while all this is going down, the felon is on his Truth Social talking about, should we spell Democrats? Should we leave the B in there or should we take the B out? And he's asking his followers for an opinion on Democrats. While this deal that's not a deal is falling apart, is getting even worse, is going back to square one, he's on Truth Social asking people, how should we spell Democrats? Moving right along. Also, on the felon, just last night, he had another Freudian slip, in my opinion, and he was speaking somewhere and he meant to say Elon, but he said Leon. And people were like, wait, did he forget who Elon Musk is? The dementia, has it really kicked in that way? I don't think it was that. I don't think it was dementia. I think it was a Freudian slip. I think he was referring to his other friend, Leon Black, who I've covered here extensively. You can find the videos, who is also a member of the Epstein crime syndicate. The felon, Elon Musk, and Leon Black are all members of the Epstein crime syndicate. Please ignore the background noise. Yeah, that's what I believe happened. I believe it was yet another Freudian slip. And I believe that we are just one Freudian slip away from the felon telling us everything, giving us all the goods, giving us all the dirt. Every time he talks, he's either telling a secret that he shouldn't be telling about things, the going ons in the government, or there's this slip of the tongue where he's saying another name that he shouldn't be saying. And why would Leon Black be on your mind? Has Leon Black contacted you recently? Because you know what? TikTok Oversight Committee, Leon Black was supposed to have come in front of you in May. What's going on? Leon Black, as far as I've read through the Epstein files, was one of the most vicious predators in the Epstein files. Why hasn't he come in front of the Oversight Committee yet? So I believe this was a Freudian slip. Also, he tried at the G7, he tried to kiss Macron's wife on the lips. He did the cheek thing, and then he went back and forward, and she repelled. And every woman knows that repel. Every woman knows what that means. He was wandering off at the G7. He was looking off in a different direction when they were taking pictures. He had to be directed back and forth each and every time. You know, they had to move around. People were directing him, guiding him, holding his arm. Listen, this is the person who is in control of nuclear weapons. This is the person who is followed by a case that could obliterate all of us. and he's falling asleep in meetings, on television, everywhere. He's zoning out, looking in different directions where ain't shit happening or going on. He's getting up in the middle of meetings, going to look out windows. He's bringing up these little pet projects when they're talking about serious shit. Right now, he's on Truth Social asking people, should we leave the B in Democrats or not? Or not? When Bibi and Satan Yahoo is over there bombing the fuck out of Lebanon again. Moving right along. Also, I do want to mention this. There's video out there of his son, Junior, on video at the trailer park fest. It looks to me, so I'm going to say allegedly using the snow out in public, using cocaine. There's that. And then you also had the felon doing some weird praise of Modi, saying that how he fell in love with him. Look at how beautiful this man is. You know what? I'm telling you, he is one Freudian slip away from telling us about his true sexuality and telling and dropping some Epstein secrets, some Epstein crime syndicate secrets. So pay attention, because every time he talks, he drops a little bit more of information that I know he should not be talking about. Okay, moving right along. On the topic of the Epstein crime syndicate, this week there was a man, a Texas man, is your usual suspect from Texas. 36 is almost hitting middle age, but 36-year-old white male from Texas in Colombia with 3 children in his possession. It is alleged that he adopted these children, but he was out on a balcony in public, essaying a 7-year-old child. This lets you know that they don't give a fuck. This is blatant in our faces, that they are unafraid, that they feel like they're protected in some sort of way. And I've seen just case after case. Alabama, there was this whole sex ring. Several family members had their own children involved in this sex ring in some underground bunker, had the children sleeping with not only adults, but also animals. I've seen more and more of these bestiality cases, which is fucking crazy. And like I said before, I've said this before, the Epstein crime syndicate never ended. It never ended. I believe there was always different branches. I believe there were always different people over different things, different sections, different fetishes, different weird shit. And I don't know if Epstein was one of the top guys, because Leon Black has been named as one of the traffickers. The felon has been named as one of the traffickers. So I believe Diddy was doing the same thing. So I don't know if they all had their own little umbrella. But one thing I do know, one thing I am convinced of today, is that it never ended. It never ended. Whether he is deceased or alive, it never ended. Trust me on that. Moving right along to the reflecting pool, to the swamp. The felon has managed to convert the reflecting pool into a swamp. Part of his campaign, the first time around, was that they were going to get rid of the swamp, and he actually created a swamp in DC this second time around. There is algae that they cannot get under control. The paint, the cheap ass paint that they drain the reflecting pool to put down over cracked and ruined cement, which that should have been the first problem that was attended to, but they didn't do that. They wanted to do a cheap ass, half-ass job and take $14 million from taxpayers. So you and I You and I paid for that swamp that is the current reflecting pool in DC. And here's another thing that I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they charged us $14 million. And then this Groucho Marx looking con artist, who is one of his friends, and his company is literally called Green Water. You can't make this shit up. His company is literally called Green Water. He got the bid on the contract. We have been told it was 14 million. I guarantee you, mark my words, the felon kept 13 of that. That man might have gotten 1 million. And maybe that's why he put that cheap ass paint in there. Maybe that's why algae is taking over the reflecting pool. But two con artists came together and did some bullshit ass job on our historic reflecting pool. I will continue to say this until he leaves, however he leaves. Everything he touches dies. It dies. It's ruined. Whether it's a bankruptcy or the paint just peels off of it, or he's also super gluing. Did you see this story? He's also super gluing fake ass gold ornaments in the Oval Office. So whomever comes after him, dear Lord, let it be Democrat, progressives, just no Republicans. But whomever comes after him is going to have to just gut a bunch of shit because it's gaudy, it's trashy, it's a whole trailer park mess that he has created. Everything this man touches dies. And then the last thing, I do want to bring you a little joy. This week, we started off with Robert De Niro speaking at an event. This event was at the same time as the trailer parkification that was happening on the White House lawn. And Robert De Niro spoke at this event, and he said he wants to bring back or normalize shut the fuck up. And I agree with him. I agree with him. When people start lying and telling us some bullshit or just spewing the same talking points over and over, like some of you like to do, pop into my comments here, understand my response to you from this day forward will just be a shut the fuck up. We're tired of the lies. We're tired of being gaslit. We're tired of you bringing us some dumbass bullshit that you didn't research yourself and then try to call us liars. I'm not wasting any more time on it. I'm going to just simply tell you to shut the fuck up. And then lastly, I would like for us to normalize again consequences and accountability. It's all gone out the window. It's all gone out the window. B.F. Skinner's theory of conditioning is no longer working in this country because we do not have accountability and we do not have consequences. And I want us to bring that back and normalize it again. I want to do it before November, but if we can't, let's all get on board and vote in some sanity into Congress so they can take back the reins and we can go back to some sort of consequences and accountability into this country. All right, thank you all for this episode. Thank you all for being here and happy Juneteenth weekend. Toodles.